We are getting new insight tonight into the final days in office for Republican Trey Radel before he resigned from Congress this week, nearly 3 months after getting busted for buying cocaine in Washington. Close friends now telling 4 in Your Corner's Warren Wright what led him to finally conclude it was time to go. Warren?
Well, refreshed and focused after rehab, Trey Radel told everyone he was here to stay and serve as a U.S. congressman. But those closest to him confide, once back in Washington, his plans for a political future were quickly crushed.
The second press conference after the rehab, I seen the old Trey. I felt good about that. I'm like, okay, he's back. And I truly felt that he was going to go back up there and fight for us just as much as he did before. He may have wanted to do that, but the establishment didn't want him to do that.
Thank you, we did it!
Some of Radel's closest friends and supporters say Radel walked into a deep freeze once back on Capitol Hill. Fellow congressmen wanted little to do with him.
If I'm trying to drop new legislation, I certainly don't want Trey Radel's name on it as a co-sponsor.
It was the cold shoulder, you know. People don't want to associate with somebody that's probably, that has the bad record or going through an investigation.
His friends say they can only imagine how stressful those last few weeks in Washington were for Radel.
We've been trying to catch up with you to get some answers for your constituents. Is there anything you want to say?
He's got the media attacking him. You know, he's got colleagues in the House and Senate, you know, refusing to work with him on legislation, which ultimately leaves him, you know, somewhat ineffective in the House and makes it difficult to get anything accomplished.
Trey's a smart enough guy to realize that, hey, you know what, I'm going to be ineffective. And so maybe it is better that I step down.
But Radel's staunchest supporters and allies say after Trey works on his health and cares for his family, he'll soon be back on solid ground, ready to launch Trey 2.0.
Sure, radio, TV, you know, perhaps even a book.
But I see Trey coming back and doing something that's going to benefit Southwest Florida. He's not going to let this be his legacy.
Well, once the most accessible public official in all of Southwest Florida, former Congressman Trey Radel's official House of Representatives webpage has been deactivated. Attempts to click on the old page now redirect to a page listing current vacancies in the House. Radel deactivated his personal Facebook page earlier this week. Before his bust, Radel was always very active on Twitter, and his last post was on January 3rd. Warren Wright, Fox 4, in your corner.